we can write down the exact equations governing the behavior of a single hydrogen atom. But scale that up to even the simplest chemical reactions, and mathematical modeling hits a hard mathematical wall. The roadblock is a single physical interaction. To model a molecular system, physicists use the electronic Hamiltonian operator. This calculates the total energy, starting with two components, the kinetic energy of the electrons and their attraction to the nuclei. But the calculation breaks down at the final term, electron-electron repulsion. Because all electrons carry a negative charge, every electron constantly repels every other electron. The position and momentum of one particle instantaneously depends on the exact position and momentum of all the others in the system. Mathematically, this means the variables cannot be separated. This continuous, real-time spatial dodging creates a differential equation that is impossible to solve exactly for any system containing more than a single electron. Brute forcing the exact math of chemistry is a computational dead end. To model physical reality, physicists rely on approximations. For decades, the standard workaround to solve the Hamiltonian has been the Hartree-Fock approximation. Instead of tracking the impossibly complex web of individual repulsions, Hartree-Fock assumes each electron moves through an average charge cloud created by all the other electrons. This is known as a mean field. To achieve this, the approximation restricts the mathematical description of the system, the wave function, to a single averaged configuration called a Slater determinant. The Slater determinant correctly enforces the Pauli exclusion principle. It accounts for Fermi correlation, meaning electrons with parallel spins are mathematically forced to occupy different quantum states and avoid each other. But by averaging the electric field, the model becomes blind to Coulomb correlation. It ignores the instantaneous spatial dodging of electrons repelling each other in real time. In 1955, physicist Per Olav Lodin formalized the math for this missing physics. He defined the correlation energy as the difference between the exact energy of a system and the Hartree-Fock limit. Because physical systems naturally seek the lowest possible energy state, the true, exact energy is always a lower, more negative value than the Hartree-Fock calculation. The mean field gives us a baseline, but treating a correlated swarm as a static blur leads to catastrophic theoretical failures. This image shows the electron probability density distributions in a hydrogen molecule within a potential energy graph. It serves as the ultimate test case to visualize exactly where the Hartree-Fock approximation breaks down. We map the system onto a potential energy graph, plotting energy against internuclear distance. The exact curve drops into a deep well, flattening into a plateau as atoms separate. Overlaying the Hartree-Fock calculation reveals a distinct gap at the equilibrium distance. This specific energy gap at the bottom of the well is defined as dynamic correlation. It represents the energy missed because electrons confined tightly within a stable chemical bond are constantly dodging each other. It is a high-frequency, short-range interaction that the static mean field completely misses. Even in a perfectly optimized molecule, electrons dynamically repel each other, creating a permanent energy offset Hartree-Fock cannot calculate. As internuclear distance approaches infinity and the bond breaks, the Hartree-Fock curve diverges upward, peeling far away from the flat plateau of the exact curve. This is a massive mathematical error. At full dissociation, the exact energy must equal the energy of two isolated neutral hydrogen atoms. Instead, the calculation outputs a highly inflated energy state. The error occurs because the approximation is locked into a single Slater determinant. It restricts the math so rigidly, it forces both electrons to share the lowest molecular orbital, even as atoms separate across vast distances. This restriction artificially forces the system into a non-physical mixture of states. It calculates a probability that one hydrogen atom takes both electrons, an ionic state, and the other gets none, alongside the correct covalent state. This massive high-energy divergence during bond breaking is defined as static or non-dynamical correlation. Unlike dynamic correlation, which comes from fast-moving spatial dodging, static correlation arises from near-degenerate states. In these scenarios, a single reference configuration is simply the wrong starting point to describe the physics. When chemical bonds break and states become degenerate, the single reference mean field model provides a mathematically valid solution that describes a physical impossibility. To patch the Hartree-Fock error, chemists developed post-Hartree Fock methods like Møller-Plesset perturbation theory, or MP2. MP2 successfully captures the short-range dynamic correlation, hugging the exact curve at the equilibrium well. But it fails catastrophically at capturing static correlation, shooting off toward infinity during dissociation. To fix the bond-breaking problem entirely, physicists abandoned the single configuration model and use configuration interaction, or CI. Configuration interaction builds a new wave function using a linear combination of multiple Slater determinants, explicitly including excited electronic states. By supplying multiple configurations, the math gains the flexibility to properly localize one electron onto each hydrogen atom as they pull apart. The CI calculation seamlessly overlaps the exact curve across the entire graph, correctly modeling the equilibrium well and flat dissociation plateau. To capture the complete physics of chemical bonding and breaking, mathematical models must explicitly include multiple electronic configurations. While full configuration interaction provides the exact correlation energy, the math scales factorially with the number of electrons. Calculating full CI for any system larger than a few atoms would require a computer larger than the observable universe. This physical limit forces a divide in modern quantum chemistry. That divide splits the field into wave function-based post-Hartree Fock methods and density functional theory, or DFT. Instead of attempting to calculate every individual electron's wave function, density functional theory models the total electron density of the system. This bypasses the Hartree-Fock problem because DFT models electron correlation directly within its baseline equations using an exchange correlation functional. There is a crucial caveat. While DFT is computationally efficient and theoretically exact, the true mathematical form of the exchange correlation functional remains unknown. Every DFT calculation relies on an approximated model. Modern computational chemistry balances the systematic accuracy of wave function theories against the parameterized efficiency of density functional theory. Correlation energy typically represents less than 1% of a system's total energy. Yet without that fraction of a percent, chemical bonds fail to form correctly in simulations, dissociation calculations break down, and physical reactions cannot be predicted. A mean field average cannot capture the true nature of fermions. Electrons exist in a state of constant, localized awareness of one another. Whether a researcher deploys a massive configuration interaction expansion or relies on a tailored density functional, their objective is identical: finding that missing energy. Ultimately, capturing the correlation energy transforms abstract quantum mechanics into a predictive blueprint for engineering the material world.